Hello, and Capricorn, hello, and welcome to As I See You Tarot. Thank you very much for clicking on this channel and for watching the video. I appreciate it very much. I just have some sage here. I'm just clearing the space here, clearing the cards for good energy. Good, awesome. Now, for those that you are familiar with, this is a five-card tarot card overall energy reading for the month of April 2021. It is a general reading for the larger collective of Capricorns. For informational purposes, the information may not resonate with all Capricorns, of course, and that's totally okay. Take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I already shuffled the cards and asked for the universe's guidance and during the shuffle. And the five cards that were shuffled are right here in the order in which they were ejected during that time. If you want more information regarding the definition of each card during this five-card shuffle, please look at the description that is listed below, and it'll give you more information. In brief, the five cards, the first card represents your past overall energy influence. This is anything within the major energy within the last few months to 6 months for the collective of things that were going on or that within this appearing at this point. And the second card here represents the present energy of the overall collective, things that are going on, energy that's the major energies that are occurring right now for this reading. The third card represents the future energies, things that are on the cusp or are about to occur. The fourth card represents challenge energies. These are things that typically are presented as choices and choices that you are able to make based on your own free will. And the fifth card basically is your outcome energies. These are things that basically are coming to a close or you may have already achieved or attained or close to. So with that, we are going to get started here. Also, real quickly, if you haven't done so, again, I just ask for your support. If you haven't done so already, the YouTube algorithms rely on three key things to help push channels to a wider audience, and that's click on like the video, click on subscribe to the channel, and click on the reminder button, basically, to be reminded when videos are uploaded. So if you've already done that, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. If you would consider it, even more. So much ado. Let's get started. Capricorn, in our first card for our past influences, we have a major arcana card here, and it is the Star. This is a very, very good card, and a good way to start off with it. So, Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for our Capricorns why the Star is in the past influences during this reading, please. Okay. Well, as we know, this, if you're familiar with the Star, is basically it's basically a reprieve. It's typically a sign of typically if there was a time of turmoil or angst or challenges or whatever else, the Star will usually appear as a welcome reprieve from anything that has sort of been disruptive to you, Capricorn. So as this is in your past influences, the major energy I'm picking it up is that for many of you may have endured some sort of challenge in your past, in the past 6 months or so, and it could have, left you devastated. It could have lost your job. It could have left you without hope. It could have left you without money. It could have left you with a lot of things that basically just felt pretty crappy, I guess, in many ways. And you probably were dealt with a lot at a short period of time, particularly with COVID going on, as many were, and it just can take its toll. Well, with this sense of the Star that came in, and particularly towards the latter half, or more recently, the Star basically brings an energy of renewed hope and faith to you, and it was a sense for many Capricorns to really understand and believe that you were being blessed by the universe in many ways, basically for the challenges that you had endured. It signified that for many Capricorns, you were finally entering a period that was going to be more peaceful for you. It was more loving phase in your life. It presented more of a sense of calm and a calm energy for you. There was a lot more emotional and mental stability. It created more in-depth understanding of what for you of what you were going through, not only for yourself but for others around you. And in many cases, it signified it was a time for significant growth and a development because with that, it helped you open up sort of to bring more blessings to you from the universe, and they will come. Basically, it was a very good way to end sort of in your past influences here. The Star card, of course, represents an energy for you in your past influences that anything is possible, and that there's a sense of wonder that surrounded you. It tends to give your heart full of hope and your soul sort of being or feeling uplifted, and just enjoying a natural sort of high, so to speak, that a feeling that your dreams really can come true. And it allows you to also dream even more and to aspire and to elevate, and in many ways probably higher than you possibly could have imagined at the time. It presented the energy that things are there available to you. So it was a very good energy to have towards the end of your past influences here, particularly the last. I would say I'm picking up more towards the last maybe 30 to 60 days where this has really come to truth, or at least by December, I would say. This energy here gave you sort of an opportunity to rediscover, better meaning and what inspiration and what purpose in your life is. What things were more important to you. It may have created a lot of doubt and angst in the beginning of the last 6 months, but part of this whole process with the Star shining in your past influences was also to give you a sense of a fresh perspective. That old saying sort of out with the old and in with the new, and it was the universe sort of encouraging you, Capricorn, to choose the highest version of yourself. And for some, it even was a profound spiritual journey, whatever spiritual means to you, but a sense of bringing greater meaning and purpose, and again, as I said earlier, a better sense of appreciation for things around you, and perhaps even people and things that you might have taken for granted previously before this. It's really was an opportunity with the universe for you, Capricorn, to be open to new ideas with the opportunity to grow, and still use your own voice and your own intuition here. So, very good card to end your past influences. In your present energy, well, we have another major Arcana card, and you have here the Emperor, and it is in the upright position. This is a strong masculine energy. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand for Capricorns why the Emperor is in their present energy during this time frame, please. Okay. Okay, well, as I said, the Emperor represents a masculine energy, and again, not necessarily male or female. It's just the energy, a stronger father type figure, and it's not necessarily gender based. It's just that's a more masculine sort of energy, and right now, the energy I'm picking up from many Capricorns is that whether you're male or female, is you're adopting sort of this more a stronger, more steadfast, more, if you want to call it, fatherly sort of role, in a sense of you want to provide for your family, you want to protect them, you want to defend your loved ones, you are wanting to, if you may end up being the primary breadwinner for one reason or another if you have a relationship or married or a significant other. And in many cases, you're probably feeling that you're the rock, basically that that is critical for you to participate in this. And I have to pause here because there we go, my camera died on me. Awesome. That's weird. Wait a minute. I forgot to pause. What's going on here? This. What's going on with this? Okay. Keep in mind that the Emperor represents the energy of a powerful leader and someone who is demanding of respect, and presents sort of an authority figure. It's a status of power and recognition, and it represents, you know, your Capricorn, for many of you, being in some sort of a leadership role, whether it's personal, professional, or social. It's really about a sense of you're commanding sort of naturally the attention of others. And in this sort of leadership role, if you want to call it, again, regardless whether it's personal, professional, or social, or even your own individual, you know, looking at your own needs or your own self goals, you're feeling very comfortable in this role, and you know, you're able to rule, basically, in a sense, rule or make decisions or command this sort of strength, and yet a very firm and fair energy about you. You're feeling more with a better, clear vision about what it is that you want. You're going to be able to organize people around you if you need their support to help you with any sort of goals that you want to manifest. And yet at the same time, you're able to listen to others with respect. However, the energy that usually presented is you're listening to others to gain their ideas, but you're really going to have the final say in what that you want. And this is all in a very sort of balanced way, not hierarchical or anything. It's really about using this strength of power for good, and out of respect for others and respect for yourself. It's really a good energy to possess right now. Keep in mind that the emperor typically sorry, I can't speak. Keep in mind that the emperor typically reflects a system that is bound by rules and regulations in some organization or structure, and it's important that you abide by whatever principles or sort of rules of conduct, if you want to put it that way, based on whatever specific situation or who you're happen to be dealing with. And you're also able to exert this energy to create calmness out of chaos, if that happens to be going on, or if it's family members arguing, or a group of friends, or work related. You're sort of able to bring people together in a very systematic and strategic and even highly organized approach. And the key here is you're able to stick to whatever you were working on until you are able to complete it. The Emperor here energy also represents knowledge and expertise, and it's calling upon you to use your life experience, however old you are, and to call upon it to help you make decisions and make sound decisions, and to listen to your inner voice and your guidance and learn from your past is all critical as in a part of the learning process. And, you know, in some cases you might even share that experience with others, whether it's personal or professional or social or, you know, volunteerism or whatever else. This could be either through the role of a teacher, a coach, a boss if you are, even a good friend who you're just consulting with others and wanting to pass on information, because others are going to benefit from this, and it's a good place to be in right now. This positive energy for you. It's very constructive for you, Capricorn. And your third card, your future energies, you have the King of Swords. However, the King of Swords basically is in the reverse position for your future energies. So with that, angel and spirit guides, please help us understand for Capricorns why the King of Swords is in reverse in their future energies, please. Well, here we have it again, that with the King of Swords in the reversed position for your future energies, this is also exhibiting a sense of quiet power, not necessarily as noticeable as the Emperor's energy in your present, but for future things that are going to be occurring, it's going to be more of a quiet power and more of a subtle power. And in other words, you may not be the loudest person in the room making a commotion or making your point known, such as in a visible platform. You're just going to do it more subtly. You want to be able to contribute whatever it is that you feel comfortable contributing in whatever, I'm going to say podium, but whatever modem basically that you're in, or whatever situation, professional, personal, social, with a friend or whatever else, you're able to express your opinions. It's just you're not going to be so blatant about it, and you're just going to have a softer approach of it. And however, you're going to be unwavering in sharing your own belief system in whatever the topic is that you're discussing. And you're able to do so with a deeper connection that is tied to your own personal values and your own commitment and your own truth in whatever the topic is. You're not going to basically allow others to steer you off course or persuade you in some other way that you're uncomfortable with. And you basically are drawing your energy from your own higher self, and that is allowing your ability to connect with what really truly matters to you and represents your own higher good. And again, it's a very good energy in any sort of future decision that you need to make. Keep in mind, though, sometimes also with the King of Swords in reverse, it can allude to the opposite of this, so you just need to be aware of it, is that there's a good use of this quiet power, and then for some there's going to be a potential for misuse of this quiet power, and that could be that you've accumulated information or power or authority, but instead of being subtle about it and collaborative about it, you may have a tendency and could have a tendency to go to the opposite, which is allowing it to go to your head and let your ego take over. And if that takes over, if you allow your ego to run with the show, you're really going to be misusing what the universe has given you in this energy, and you have a tendency to going to manipulate others or persuade others to fulfill things that are meeting your personal needs, not necessarily the needs of the greater good. And this could be in a lot of ways. You could withdraw your love. You could withdraw sex from your partner. You could withdraw your support in a way to punish your partner or anyone closest to you if you feel you're not getting your way. And you could also sort of misguide and misuse your intellectual capabilities to make others feel inferior and disadvantaged, or twist their words around. So there's very much a mindfulness. The universe is wanting you to be mindful in these future energies here, that there's two sides to this King of Swords when it is in reverse, and to be mindful of which direction that you are going, and to be careful and catch yourself if you're going towards an area that you tend to, or that's going to come across as if you're manipulating others for your personal good versus you're helping others and the greater good, and just understand that. So, it's very interesting that you have to be careful of this. With the King of Swords here, and this also represents an energy of some Capricorns who are going to be coming across very intelligent, and I hate to say, well, intelligence is a good thing, but you also don't want to come across as a know-it-all to others and sort of brag about and feel the need to show off how smart you are. In other words, by using big words or discussing lofty topics in front of others, which no one else knows. It's kind of, putting on the show for others, whether you're at a party or someplace else. If you're tempted to do that, try to catch yourself and be mindful of that, because what's going to end up happening typically of a misuse of this energy is you would have a tendency to be cutting in your words, and you're going to have a tendency to be critical of others, and even sarcastic of others, and this is going to cause a lot of challenges for those that you encounter, and it's going to be just the opposite of really what it is that you're trying to achieve. So this is an energy that can go either way, and you just want to be careful with that. In your challenge energies, wow, you have another major arcana card, and you have the Sun here. And again, boy, this is, you can ask for a major cards here for your reading here. Angel and Spirit guys, please help us understand where the Sun is here in the challenges for our Capricorns during this reading, please. Well, the Sun card here in your challenges represents success and radiance and an abundance, and whatever that means. The Sun is an energy that gives you Capricorn strength and tells you that no matter where you are or what you do, you're exhibiting this positive and radiant energy, and others are feeling that from you. They're drawn to you in many ways. You're able to exhibit this happiness and genuine joy. And as I said, people are going to be drawn to you because of this energy and this ability to see the bright side of things, and you do so in a warm and charismatic way that's genuine. It's really exhibiting a very warm and a warm energy, and it helps others to get through their tough times. And people respond to that in a very positive way to you with this. It really helps you, Capricorn, by putting you in a position where you can share your highest qualities and your achievements with others, and in a good way, to where they can learn from it, not in a bragging way. And it helps you radiate who you really are, and again, and what you stand for. It's really about a light shining on you, and how you interact with others that you care about. I think for some Capricorns, if you're going through a difficult time, the Sun energy is going to bring a message to you that you've long been waiting for, and that's the message that things are going to get better, a lot better, and trust the universe with this. Through challenges along your path, you're going to find out really who you are, and we have to understand that we learn from our challenges, and hopefully we grow from our challenges, and if there were pains and hurts, you let them go, and because they're no longer serving you, in order for you to move forward. Keep in mind that the Sun energy here is going to connect to your particular power base, Capricorn, and it's not fear driven. It's not an egotistical power. It's really an abundant inner energy that it really is radiating from you, and you'll sense it. You'll feel the energy that calls you to sort of express yourself authentically and to be fully present in the world that is around you. And others that are surrounding you and those that you know are going to radiate as well from your energy. And it's going to be a feel-good thing. And this is about tapping into that power and using your divine to express the power in many positive ways. This is pretty powerful things. So again, remember that the sun is an energetic card, and it reflects a time when you can expect to experience an increase in physical energy, of vitality, and a general sense of positivity. You're going to find a feeling of bursting with enthusiasm and invigorated, and really a wonderful, good sense of health. So one could say, okay, well, why is this a challenge? Well, the challenge here for you is to recognize what this energy is. And once you recognize where this natural energy is coming from, the challenge is for you to keep going with that and to keep moving with that and not to ignore it. That's what the challenge is here. And that's where your free will comes into, is do you expand off this natural energy, in other words, in order to do all these other great things. So it's being mindful and being aware of it, and using it. In our fifth card, we have, which is our outcomes. We have another major iconic card, and this one is the Temperance card. I don't know if you can see that. So Temperance is in your outcomes. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Temperance card is in our Capricorns for their outcome energies during this time frame, please. Temperance is an energy card here, Capricorn, that presents and brings about a sense of balance, and it brings about patience and moderation in your life. When this is coming in towards your outcomes, the energy here is going to invite you to sort of stabilize your energy, after particularly the sun here, and allow that life force to flow through you and not necessarily over you and past you, if that makes sense. And it does so without force or without resistance. So what you're going to be finding here, Capricorn, is it's really an opportunity for you to sort of recover from a major flow, and particularly this high rush of energy, which is for good, but it's going to bring a sense of balance for you and put things back in perspective as well. The Temperance card here is encouraging you and is surrounding you from the universe to remind you to stay and remain calm, and even when things are stressful, even if it's a good stress, to not become frantic, to maintain an even temperament and manage your solutions, to help you keep a composed nature in stressful situations. You're going to find that little things aren't going to get to you, and thanks, it's going to give thanks that you're going to have this abundant source of patience. Again, it represents a sense of balance, of tranquility, and energy at the same time, keeping that sort of on an even keel for you. The Temperance energy here in your outcomes, Capricorn, is asking you to sort of take the middle path and to accommodate all perspectives, and to be mindful that, not to be too highly opinionated or too controversial if you do not need to. It's about being a role of a peacemaker and taking a balanced and moderate approach, and really about avoiding extremes in many cases. And that's the takeaway here. This is encouraging you to include others and to collaborate, understanding that when you do, it brings diverse groups of people together, and it creates a lot of harmony and more cooperation. And this could be whether it's a family member or dealing with families, or work related or socially related, or a group of friends. Bring that diverse group together, because you'll learn, everyone will learn in the end from it, and everyone will benefit from it. By working together, this balance, you're going to understand that collectively it's the right mix of talents and expertise and abilities and skills that serves everyone to the best in the end anyway. Temperance is, well, I'm going to say there's also an alchemy with the Temperance card. With the Tarot card, this card is about blending, mixing, and combining diverse elements in a way that creates something that's new and more valuable than it was in its separate parts. And that's the best way I can explain that. This blending can take on many forms, and whether it's a blended family, whether it's an artist who blends different modems and different materials and techniques into their art, whether it's a bartender who mixes new drinks and exciting cocktails by combining things that never never, instead of relying on the tried and true, or a chef who combines different cuisines and different cooking styles that are different than what they normally do. So it's those things, blending your friends, blending your ideas, blending your beliefs to some degree, that as long as they suit you, or being open to them in any way. And keep in mind, finally, that this card reflects an energy for you in your outcomes, that to understand that you're learning a great deal where you are right now, and that you're going to be at peace in whatever it is that you're going to be doing, and that in the end it's all going to come to something that's going to be very well and very fantastic for you. It's about using your inner voice as a guiding tool, and this will help you find the right outcome, and encourages you to listen patiently to others at the same time. So it's balancing, and all those things here are going to help you basically find positive outcomes in everything that you're working on. And again, remember laws of attraction. Be careful what you ask for. The universe is not going to provide you anything that you're not ready for, or if you're too specific about. So just be positive and be thankful of the things that surround you, and meditate for 15 minutes or so every morning on what brings you joy, and the temperament will help you with that balance of all those things, especially with this rush of energy. So with that, I want to thank you, everybody, and Capricorn, thank you for the opportunity, and please click on the subscribe to my channel, and click the like video. If you find that any part of this reading resonate with you, please feel free to leave a comment below. I would love to hear it. If it didn't, or parts of it didn't, that's totally okay. It is a general reading, and it's not meant for everybody. In some cases, just take what fits and let the rest go with that. So again, thank you very much, Capricorn. I greatly appreciate your time, and I wish you the best in April, and happy Easter to everyone. Enjoy. Take care.